We shall be looking at the introduction to biology, under which we talk about the definition of biology, the branches of biology, usefulness of science, and methods of science. So what is biology? Biology is defined as a branch of science that deals with the study of living things. And biology is derived from two Greek words. The first one is bio, and the second one is logos. Bio means life, or it can also be referred to as living, while logos means study. So biology is defined as a branch of science that studies the relationship between living and non-living things in the environment. Another scholar defines biology as a branch of science that deals with the structure, the function, and distribution of organisms. Then we talk about the branches of biology. We have 3 main branches of biology. We have the botany, we have the zoology, and we have the microbiology. Though we have various other branches, but these 3 are the main branches of biology: the botany, the zoology, and the microbiology. What is microbiology? Microbiology is a branch of science that deals with the study of microorganisms. And what are microorganisms? These are the smallest living things that exist that can only be seen with the aid of a microscope. That is, a microorganism cannot be seen with our naked eye except with the use of what? Of microscope. And we have various examples of microorganisms. We have bacteria, we have viruses, we have fungi, we have algae, we have protozoa, and we have archaeas. Then the next one we talk about is zoology. Zoology is the study of animals. So it can also be defined as the scientific study of the behavior, the structure, physiology, classification, and distribution of animals. So when we talk about zoology, from the word zoology, we talk about the study of animals. Then we also have botany. Then botany talks about the study of plants. And in this aspect, it can also be defined as the scientific study of the physiology, the structure, the genetics, the ecology, distribution, classification, and economic importance of plants. So botany talks about plants in general. Every plant that is seen in existence belongs to the botany. So other branches of biology, we have ecology, which talks about the study of organisms in relation to one another and in relation to their environment. So in ecology, we talk about organisms relating with one another and to their environment. We also have anatomy. This talks about the internal structure of an organism, and that's talk about the skeleton system that supports the body. So that is another branch of biology. We also have morphology, which involves the study of the external body features of plants and animals. So this talk about the external body features of both plants and animals. And we also have physiology. Physiology now involves the study of how plants and animal parts functions. So those are the branches of biology. Then we have the scientific methods or processes. So this talks about the method in which science takes in order to go about an organism. So to improve the standard of living things, inquiries are carried out by scientific methods. So when we are about to make an observation about something, what we do is what? We make an inquiry. So to make investigation about an object or about a living thing that is being under study. So we have various sequence, we have various arrangements upon which we have our scientific method. The first one is observation, and it is said that it is the starting point of every scientific method, which involves the sense of describing what is seen or felt about an organism. So it's just to describe what you see or what you felt about an object. So take for instance, now you are given a pen. Now you are now told to observe what do you see about the pen. The next one is hypothesis. Hypothesis is also called a statement of guess. That is, if you are not given that pen, you are not saying, could this pen write in blue color, or could this pen write in red color? So you are still making a tentative statement of which it has not been proven. So in science, hypothesis is a statement of guess. And the next one is what? Experimentation. That is, in order to what? To test the hypothesis, to put it into what? Into test or experiment. So before a thermometer could be called a measuring instrument to measure temperature, it has been put to test to see if truly it measures the temperature of a body. Before wind vane could measure the direction of wind, it has been put to what? To practice. It has been put to test to measure what it is expected to measure. So that is the aspect of what? Of experimentation. And the result obtained may either be positive or negative. And after experimentation, conclusion is drawn at the end of every experiment. And this conclusion drawn can now result into a theory. That is why in physics, in chemistry, and in biology, we have various theory and laws that backs up a particular phenomenon. So when an hypothesis is being proven to be right, so the conclusion given can now become what? Can become a theory, which will now be universally accepted to be what? To become a law. Then we now talk about the usefulness of science. Science is useful in diverse ways. We have the benefit and the outcome of science. Without science, mankind cannot enjoy what we enjoy today. So due to the invention or due to the innovation in science, it has been of a tremendous benefit to mankind even up to today. So in this, we shall be looking at the various importance or usefulness of science to man. So how has science been of benefit to man? Number one, we first talk about is in the aspect of medicine. The innovation of science has brought about the production of drugs to both plant and animal disease. Now, take for instance, in those days, people died of malaria. Why? Because there is no innovation of drugs to cure malaria. The second one is food production, and this is done where there has been improved crop production through genetic engineering. So all this in the aspect of food production has bring about a viable crop production through through genetic engineering, which has increased the production and the yield of food. And then that's where we now talk about what? Fertilizer application, which helps in what? In the growth of what? Of food production. We talk about the use of pesticide and herbicide to control what? Pests. Another importance of science is that it has helped in our transportation. Gone are those days when our forefathers want to travel from one place to the other, they travel either by trekking. But because of the invention and the innovation of science to mankind, we have various means of what? Of transportation, which has made transportation so easy. We talk about vehicle, aircraft, train. So it is now easy for people to move from one place to the other. Number one, it will be faster. Number two, it will be safer. And large people can be conveyed from one place to the other in a lesser time. And the next one is manufacturing industries. Most of household appliances that we use today is as a result of what? Of usefulness of science. Raw materials are processed into what? Into finished products. So this can only be done by what? By the innovation of what? Of science. Television, all household appliances that we use, they are gotten from what? From the innovation of what? Of science. Without the knowledge of science, we cannot be enjoying all those household appliances. Why? Because science has helped in the manufacturing of what? Of raw materials. So as a result of the knowledge that is derived from science, bridges, roads, railways, seaports, airports have been constructed to ease what? The movement of people from one place to another. Even all these railways, bridge, road is as a result of what? Of raw materials that science has produced. And lastly, we talk about what? Technology. This talks about what? The advancement in ICT, information communication and technology. The use of mobile phone, smartphone, laptop, e-banking. It is as a result of the knowledge of science which has brought about this technology advancement, which has made life more easy and more efficient for every human being. I hope you've learned from this lesson. I'll talk about the meaning of biology, branches of biology, method of science, and usefulness of science. Thank you. Till we see in our next class. Bye.